Assalamu alaikum everyone. Myself Mohammad Asif. My ID last three digit is 308. Today we are here for a presentation. We build up a real estate website which name is Notation. And today I'm going to explain the front-end part home. We will work through a React-based layout for a modern real estate or service-oriented website. We'll cover three main components: home route, head navigation, and navigation bar. Let's break it down step by step. Now let's get into the code. So firstly, here is the home route.jsx, which is setting up the page layout. This file is the main layout for our website pages. Here we import React and outlet from React router DOM. We also import our header, head navigation, and footer components. Head navigation displays our top navigation bar. Outlet is a placeholder where React router will load the page specific content. And footer is our bottom section. Finally, we export this component so it can be used in routes. This file acts as a wrapper layout for every page in our app. Secondly, we go for head navigation.jsx, which is building the navigation bar. Now let's move to the responsive navigation bar. We use state to control the mobile menu toggle and link for client-side navigation. We initialize is open to control if the mobile menu is open or closed. We use Tailwind CSS to style the navbar. Absolute makes it flat at the top and Z220 ensures it's above other content. This our logo section wrapped in a link that takes the user back to the home page. This toggle button appears on small screens to show our hide the menu. These are our navigation links styled responsively for desktop and mobile. Thirdly, we go for navigation bar.jsx, hero section with background image. This component shows the full page banner section at the top of the home page. We set a full screen, H screen background using an image and tailwinds, background cover and background center. This is a semi-transparent black overlay to improve text readability. Then comes our hero content, and this section includes a heading, a subheading, and a call to action button that links to the contact page. Tailwind classes handle spacing, font size, alignment, and colors. If we go through the conclusion part, and we have just built a responsive header, a layout wrapper with home route, and a standing hero section with navigation bar. This structure sets the foundation for a modern, responsive React app, perfect for a real estate or service-based business. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum everyone, myself Pooja Ghosh, ID 276. Now I will explain the service part of our website name Real Estate. In our Real Estate website, this service component displays a real estate search interface for users. Let's see the code part. At the beginning of the component, we use React use state to manage the login status and search parameters like project type, location, and price. If the user is not logged in, it shows a message prompting them to log in. Once logged in, the main interface loads with a background image and a top bar that includes WhatsApp and login or sign up buttons. In the center, we have a hero section that highlights the upcoming rental community. Below that is a search bar, which is responsive and styled as a rounded box. It allows user to filter property result by type, location, and price. When the search button is clicked, it triggers a handle search function that currently adds dummy result to simulate a search. At the button, we use a page holder called test card for demo content and a grid layout to display property cards using a property card component, which will later show real property data. This component combines UI elements, user interaction, and conditional rendering to make the search experience user friendly and visually applying. Thank you everyone. That's all of my side.
Good evening, everyone. I am Sheikh Nusrat Jahan and my ID is 500. Now, I will be explaining the code of our About Us page of the Notation Real Estate website. The About Us page is where we share the identity of our platform, who we are, what we believe in, and why we build this platform. So, now let's see the code part. So first of all, the layout is overview. We are using React to build this component and Tailwind CSS for styling. The component is named About Us and it contains structured sections using div elements for layout and responsiveness. Then comes the image and text layout, which is the first part of the layout, uses a div with the class flex, which means the content stacks vertically on smaller screens and switches to a horizontal layout on medium or large screens. Inside this, we have an image that takes up half the width on medium screens and a div containing the heading part and paragraph text. Now let's look at the heading, which is the .jsx file. We have replaced our website name with our real business name, which is Notation Real Estate Limited. This text is styled with responsive font sizes and some margin at the bottom of for spacing. Then comes the paragraph description. Below the heading, there is a paragraph tag with this content, which gives a brief idea about the services offered. The styling includes a readable font size and relaxed line height for better appearance. Next, there is a similar layout structure repeated, but this time with the flex column reverse class added. This means that on smaller screens, the order of content is reversed. The text appears before the image. This creates a visually appealing alternating layout when stacked. So overall, this About Us component introduces the business, uses responsive design for mobile and desktop users, creates a clean modern layout with Tailwind CSS, helps users quickly understand what notation real estate is all about. That's the explanation of the About Us page in our project. It's simple, responsive, and communicates the company's message effectively. And stay tuned for more code throughout. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome. In this video, I will explain the backend integration part of the contact component in our Notation real estate project, especially how we handle the submission using exhaust. So what happening here? Here a user fill out the contact form and click submit. The data they enter is sent to the backend server using a post request. Let's break it down. Originally, the code had a single post request to a local development server. This line is now commented out because we have moved from local development to a deployed backend. Now we have using the developed version of our backend hosted on railway.app. Here exhaust.post sends a post request. The URL point to the API contact endpoint of our backend. From data contains the contact from input by the user. Success message. If the post request is successful, we immediately show a confirmation message to the user. Why it matters? This small change switch from localhost to a live API is critical when deploying a full stack app. It allows real users to interact with a system, store data properly in the backend database. So I am requesting my another groupmate to take the floor.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Myself Shatil Bhuyan. My ID is 309. Today I am going to explain backend part of our project, focusing on the contact form handling and AI generate image upload and display module. Let's start with the contact system. Contact module. In the module package, we have a class called contact. It represents the structure of contact from submission. Each contact has an auto-generate ID and password field. Thought in a real system password handling, would use hashing for security. Contact control. The contact control handle all REST API endpoint relate to contact data. REST control and request mapping to define the base path, and post mapping to accept contact data via post request. Get mapping to fetch all the contact submission from the database. There are also test endpoint that just return a welcome message for checking server status. Contact service. The service layer contains two main functions: add contact, save a contact to database, get all contact, receive a list of contact. Those methods call contact repository, which extend JPI powering full database access without writing SQL. Generate AI model. This model represents an image upload with a promo. It has promo text and image name type, the actual image byte data using log animation for large object. Generate AI controller. The controller manages the upload and retrieve. AI generate image endpoint include a post endpoint that takes a multiple image and promote object and save them using the server. A get endpoint that receives the image by ID and returns it as a byte stream with power, MIE type, and re-ending browser. Generate AI service. In the service, we handle the service, the image, add upload image function, extract the file data and save it to the database, receive the image, get generate image, fetch the record of display. Spring Boot and GPA make it this process efficient and ensure. So in short, AI transform a basic real estate state into a smart and use center platform where it was a recommend the right home, chatting with user, understand their queries and analyzing image. Bring a hack update in user experience and functionality.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I am going to explain to front-end part. This dashboard is uh, real estate dashboard. Today I am explaining this front-end part is add a new product. And this setup is Java Springboard. Springboard. Firstly, I am product controller and model and repository and service. Model product. Firstly, list the start the product controller is the handle the API endpoint related to product and properties. REST controller. This tells Spring this class will handle HTTP requests. Cross origin allow the front end connect without course issue. Request mapping API set the base URL and endpoint inside the controller. This class the entity represent. This class the entity endpoint the product and property. Fields include product name and location, area, room count and grace, bathroom count and ability release data and image data. And the image is stored by the byte along the image name and image type. We used to annotation is log to store the large image data in the database. Product service. Product service is the main part of the database. This is our service layer, who is the hold and the business logic. Get all product, return all product, and get product by ID feeds the single product and add product the same product into along the image. Update product, update the product, and delete product by ID. The all methods as the product repository interact with the database. Product repository. This is the standard
JPA repository extend the JPA repository product by integer. The string automatically provide the method find all find by ID, save and the delete by ID. Now I am telling to subscribe part. Subscribe functionality. Let's move the subscribe feature where user and submit the email to the upload. Subscribe controller get the API subscribe the get all subscribe. Put subscribe at a new email the subscribe list. Subscribe method is the entity hold the two fields only subscribe ID and subscribe email. Now I am telling to service subscribe service. Sus- Handle business logic adding the and getting all subscribe repository use the string jpeg and persistent subscribe data. AI smart part. Right now I am telling the AI part. AI this part is the locally machine and you give me a image and prompt generate a home design. Thank you.